Hi guys, it's Hailey. Welcome back to my channel. I know I have not made a video in quite some time. I had a little hiatus. I think all of us have, just because of the coronavirus and all that. Also, I moved, so I have been busy with that and just some family stuff going on. So I was really eager to get back onto YouTube. I hope all of you guys are staying safe with all the coronavirus stuff. I know that a lot of people are on lockdown right now, including almost all of Colorado, I think. So I'm on lockdown. I'm also out of work right now because I'm an esthetician, so I am not considered essential, thank God, because that would actually be a very, very risky job to do right now. But if you guys are on the front lines of all this, whether you're working at a grocery store or doing something like that, then I hope you know how much I appreciate you. My dad actually works at a grocery store, so I get how stressful this all is. But I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy and doing something to keep your minds off of everything. The world's really weird right now, but I wanted to make a video completely unrelated to that. So for all of my makeup lovers out there, this video is for you. This video has been requested a couple times in the past, and also it's just a question that I get a lot. So I thought it was finally time to address it and make a video. So the question is, what kinds of brushes do you use? So this video is going to focus on eye brushes mainly. If you want to see a face brushes that I use, then let me know. I just thought this one would be a little bit more exciting because for face, I mainly just use IT Cosmetics and my beauty blender. So let's get onto it without any further ado. So I'm gonna break up the I'm gonna break up the types of brushes that I use first. So there are different kinds of brushes out there. So there are pencil brushes. These also can be considered small detail brushes. So these are for smaller details, blowing out underneath your eyes. And just in general, these are a very nice brush. You can use them for almost anything. There's been times that a little spot on my eyelid wouldn't blend, and I just kind of went in there and blended it out. So these are good for multiple things. There are packing brushes. So packing brushes are for packing pigment onto your eyes. It is not for blending it out. So you can use them for glitters, just anything in general. This one is a glitter packing brush. This one is a flat brush. I really like flat brushes. This one kind of looks like a crease brush, but it isn't. I just like these for packing on the eyeshadow straight up. And then onto my favorite category of brushes, there are crease brushes. To me, crease brushes are definitely the most essential type of brush. They are long and they are used to blend that shadow out. For years, I feel like back in the day, I didn't do a good job at blending out my eyeshadow because I didn't own enough crease brushes. My biggest word of advice, you can never own enough of them. Buy another crease brush right now because you will need it. So most of the brushes I'm going to be talking about are crease brushes. They're the most essential to me, and I am the most picky about my crease brushes. Other brushes, I think that kind of no matter what you use won't affect your eyeshadow too much, but the crease brush, just the fibers and the hairs in them make a difference to me and to a lot of people. So I found with cheaper brushes, it just doesn't do the job. Or with even some high-end brushes, it just doesn't do the job. I also have a little hair. Oh, I found it. Okay, anyways. Then the last type of brush I'm going to be talking about is an angled brush. So you can use this again for under your eyes or for like doing your eyebrows or carving out things. There are also spoolies, more like long, why can I not think of the word? Like longer flat brushes for like cutting out your crease and stuff like that. I did leave a lot of my brushes at my other house, so I will not be talking about those today. Also, I just realized I did not mention that. So I moved and my background is different. I'm missing a lot of stuff still, and things will be a little bit more complete in the long run, so you guys will kind of see that. I may do a new room tour, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm living with my dad right now, so this should actually be really nice and a lot of fun. Okay, so that is, there's also like small packing brushes. So now I'm going to go into the kinds of brushes that I use. So my favorites, just off the top of my head, I may miss a couple. I really like BH Cosmetics. I like Sigma. I like Morphe. I like It Cosmetics, Kat Von D, Bare Minerals has some really nice brushes, and Sonia Kashuk. So those are like my favorites. Usually if they have a brush, I know it's going to be good. I also do like Sephora brand a lot too. So first I'm going to get into cheaper brushes. So Morphe is going to be your go-to if you're looking for cheaper brushes. So for crease brushes, they're really, really nice, and they're about like $7 to $8, which is not bad. Most range from like 15 or so from other lines. So this one is just a Jeffree Star times Morphe brush. This one's a Jaclyn Hill times Morphe brush. Really, really nice just for blending out. I think those ones were both $8. And then they have like their traditional brush. These are just the number M441. I really like these. I have a couple of these that I just keep on hand, like in my purse, or if I'm doing client makeup, I have a lot of these on hand. So those are going to be one of your cheapest bets. Another very, very affordable brush, even cheaper than Morphe, is going to be Sonia Kashuk. This is a Target brand, and they actually kill it with their brushes. They are some of my favorites. So one thing I like about them, very, very good quality, almost better quality than Morphe, I would say, for cheaper. This is one of my first brushes I had from them. This is a number 109. This may be discontinued because I've been looking for it and I can't find it, but I love this. If I can't blend out my eyeshadow, I'm having a bad eyeshadow day, I will go in with this baby, and it usually does help. These ones are some newer ones they made. These are the tapered crease brushes. I don't have the number of it because I threw it away. It was on the cap. But they have different sizes. I have a lot of these. Really, really like them. They're like $5 a piece. I think this one may have been more. This one was like $13, but $5 for a brush, it's actually good. You can't beat that. That's a steal. The one thing I like about them a little better than Morphe. So with Morphe brushes, I've noticed they're a little bit cheaper in terms of the material. They won't last you a whole long time, if that makes sense. All these brushes are fairly new, and they almost, you're not gonna be able to see it. Okay, see that? They start to do that. I don't even know what that's called, but it's very, very weird. It doesn't really affect the blend, but I don't like how it looks. And they all kind of do that after a while. And I've heard of a lot of people just saying the bristles fall out. I have not experienced that yet, knock on wood, but I've heard it happens. So another line of brushes I really like are It Cosmetics. I would say these are about medium price point. So they're crease brushes that I have quite an abundance of. I have a lot of these. They are about $13, I want to say. And they're really, really nice. If I had to pick a favorite brush, it would be this brush. So this one is the, the Airbrush. It's really hard to see the font. Blending Crease and number 105. Most of these don't even have any font on them anymore because I've used them so many times, but really, really great brushes. All of It Cosmetics brushes are really good, but their face brushes tend to get a bit pricier. Another line of brushes that is fantastic is BH Cosmetics brushes. So they have kits of brushes that are like $20 and will have like 8 brushes in it, or they have, I don't know if they do it anymore. I think online they used to have like single brushes by themselves, but I usually get mine in kits. And they're super, super good and a pretty low price point because like I said, there's like 8 brushes usually in their kits. And they have anything, like all types of brushes. They have face brushes, they have eye brushes, they have crease brushes, they have pencil brushes, they have angled brushes. Super, super good. These brushes are a bit on the pricier side. Kat Von D has really, really nice brushes. This one is the number 50. This is a glitter packing brush. Really, really like this. I also have some little brushes in coffin cases. I don't think I have any on hand, but they're adorable and really, really nice for like buffing out stuff. Usually her brushes are about $20 or $22 a piece, a little bit more pricey. Okay, so moving on. Really, really like Sigma. Sigma has been a new favorite of mine. But warning, they are pretty pricey. I used to think that they were going to be more affordable because I heard them talked about so much, like with Morphe. And so I was like, oh, they're going to be cheap. No, they're some of the pricier brushes that I use. Their blending brushes alone are like $18. I don't know how much their other ones are, but they are really, really good in terms of quality. They feel nice. They feel kind of heavy. And then I like just the slick little black look. I think it's really, really nice. This is my favorite brush that I have. It is the E24 tapered blending brush. I have about 3 of these and it's a go-to. It's a little bit bigger, so I wouldn't recommend it for like if you're really, really trying to blend out like a darker color. I would recommend like a smaller one, but I do like this for overall blending. Like say right now, I thought this wasn't blended out too good. I would just go in and like touch it up. This brush is the E71. So this is a glitter packing brush. Really, really like this. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually the highlight diffuser brush. I use this as a glitter packing brush. I've had glitter packing brushes that look very similar to this. But yeah, it's a highlight diffuser. So you can use this to kind of like blur out everything. But I use it as an eye brush, but you can use it as a face brush too. I think this one was $20, so a little bit pricier. All right, and last, I already talked about Anastasia, but I do have a little angled brush from them that I really like. Okay, so this is the last brush. This one is the Marc Jacobs, what is this? The crease brush. It is the 24. This was a pricey brush. I want to say this was like $30. I got it on sale for like $15. Do not feel compelled to buy this. I do really like it, and it's one of my top favorites, but I just like how dense it is. It's super, super dense, and I like it for like stubborn areas that don't blend out. Also feels very, very nice and luxurious, but don't feel compelled to buy this. There are brushes super comparable to this one. I actually have a couple of Marc Jacobs brushes. Like I have their contour brush, and normally the stiffness of them kind of bothers me, but with this one it doesn't. I feel like it's not as flimsy as some of my other brushes, so I really like that. Some other brush lines I use that did not make it into the video. I like Wet n Wild. They are very, very affordable. I like their little packing brushes and their flat brushes. They're like $5 a piece. Really, really good. I like Sephora's brushes. Those are kind of tricky in their price range because some of them are like $10 and some of them are like 20 or 30. Kind of depends what you're looking for, but most of their brushes are pretty, pretty good. And I already mentioned BH. I'm trying to think what I'm not talking about. MAC. I do like MAC brushes too. The only thing with MAC brushes, I feel like other brushes perform better than theirs, and they're not like the most expensive, but some of their brushes are pretty pricey, and I would just rather like buy an IT Cosmetics brush and give my money to them. But yeah, so those are the brushes I use. If you have any comments or anything, then not comments, any questions, ask me in the comments below. Also, let me know if you guys want to see the face edition of this, so going over face brushes that I use and my favorites. I feel like the format of this video is a little weird. I haven't been on YouTube for so long. I feel like rusty making this video, but hopefully you guys liked it. Also, let me know some other ideas for videos in the comments below. What do you want to see? I really want to hear from you guys, so let me know, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.